Hey everyone, Irix Guy here. Just wanted to do a hands-on side-by-side comparison of this GoPro HD Hero 3 Black Edition that's here in my left hand. Now this is the latest and greatest HD Hero camera from GoPro. This one, as you can see, it's a lot thinner, and I'll take this off of the head strap here. Let me do that. This is the Hero 2, the previous generation GoPro. Let me take it off the head strap mount and I'll show everyone how these compare as far as size and weight and everything is concerned. So I'm going to put my head strap down, and so looking at the two cameras, and I just dropped that little thing. So in the left hand I've got HD Hero 2, and in the right hand I've got HD Hero 3. So you can see the thickness. The HD Hero 3 is considerably thinner, and it's not so much that it's thinner, the camera itself's a lot thinner, and even with the lens popping out the top, the flat lens on the Hero 3, even with that it's still thinner. The differences that you're going to see from a form factor perspective, and we'll get into video quality later on, but from a form factor perspective, the Hero 2 has the full-size SD card. The Hero 2 has the USB, the TV output, and the microphone just smack dab right there on the side, and then the HDMI on the other side. Whereas the Hero 3 has a little covered area that has the inputs and the micro SD card. So keep in mind, this Hero 3 is micro SD. The old generation Hero 2 is standard SD, so the big SD. And don't let that freak you out, because the smaller form factor of the card in the Hero 3, the micro SD, doesn't relate to a higher price point, because you can get those micro SD cards. Place I recommend getting them is and you can get them wherever, but I found some really good deals on Newegg.com. Just some cheap Chinese off-brand. The main thing is that when you're getting a card for this HD Hero 3 micro SD card, it needs to be class CLASS 10. You don't want any other ones. You want class 10 cards for this Hero 3. So I'm super impressed with the side-by-side form factor differences. And then also, and you notice that I took my HD Hero 2 off my head strap mount, and I've got this rigged on. This is a custom rig. It's a flotation device that I rigged to my head strap mount because I do a lot of water sports, and it falls off my head a lot, and I don't want to lose my expensive camera. So the good thing about it is, though, this head strap, and you can buy them individually, but this head strap that came with my HD Hero 2 is compatible with my HD Hero 3. And not only is it compatible with my HD Hero 3, but it's a lot lighter on your head, because the camera doesn't weigh as much. The camera's a thinner profile, so if you're the type person that goes spelunking, you know, cave exploring, you can put your HD Hero 3 on your head, and when you're crawling under those stalactites and trying to navigate above those stalagmites, you're a lot less likely to have your camera interfere with your spelunking activities. And that's cave exploring. So you can see there, it's just a very thin profile. I'd put it on my head, but I don't want to mess up my awesome hair. So you can get the picture. This is a head strap mount, and then I got my flotation device. But I mean, all I got to say is, like other big electronic manufacturers, such as Apple and all of that, GoPro takes one might think that the same people behind Apple's design, those Johnny Ives of the world, would be behind GoPro's design, because it's really cool. It's lighter, it's thinner, it's better quality. 60 frames per second versus 30 frames per second. There's nothing wrong with 30 frames per second. 30 frames per second in HD on this GoPro 2 is still awesome. But 60 frames per second on this GoPro HD Hero 3 Black Edition, and keep in mind I said black, because if you get GoPro 3 White or GoPro 3 Silver, it's just going to be 30 frames per second, which isn't a problem. But the Black Edition is the big kahuna. So if you previously owned a GoPro Hero 2 and you want a true upgrade, go to the HD Hero 3. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. It's youtube.com/IRIXGuy. I'm going to post a ton of videos and even more videos when the weather warms up. Get a lot of water sports, do some scuba diving, maybe see some stingrays and sharks, all kinds of good stuff. So subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to put this camera through a rigorous array of tests, like I do any product that I purchase. So rest assured that, and I will continue to use my GoPro HD Hero 2 as well. So I'm not discarding this or selling it or anything like that. This is still an awesome camera. I can put one on my wrist, I can put one on my head. Heck, I may even get a third one and put it on my chest. Who knows? But subscribe, youtube.com/IRIXGuy. And again, these are really fantastic cameras. Regardless of which one you go with, fantastic. Y'all have a good day.